Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Six Questions, this time with a composer. And we are so glad to have a familiar face, I'm sure to some of you. We're so glad to have composer Efrain Amaya with us. Good to see you today. I'm sure you'll talk to us, but you were with the Westmoreland Symphony Orchestra for a number of years. Can you tell us about how that you came to the WSO back in the day?
I had moved to Pittsburgh, and I was kind of at that process, either if I was going to go to back to school. I
Mhm.
was in that transition, but then there was I heard that there was this maestro keeper at the time. He was Marcu, I guess,
Yeah.
was looking for an assistant conductor at the time, and so I auditioned for it, something. So he picked me, and that's how that got started. I became like his assistant, especially because at the time I think he was traveling a lot. So it
Yeah.
will be a matter of being there whenever I was needed. So and that grew, and it changed. There was a time that and they ended up doing the youth symphony as well for several years, and so and I became, yeah, I guess they changed my title to associate or something, but it was just because I was more involved, and I ended up doing the Nutcrackers too. So yeah,
Sure, sure.
yeah,
Quite the broad range of activity.
yeah. So the kiddies concerts, that's the type of thing. That's what I end up doing most of
Yeah.
the time, and things like that. Yeah.
So with all those experiences, and I'm sure all the people and all the memories, do you have a favorite performance or memory from all that time?
Well, there's so many, so many, but I also I enjoy because I ended up playing actually the piano in the orchestra when they needed a pianist. So I remember more of those actually playing the piano in the orchestra. Maybe because I had to practice more or, or something. But I remember we did the Carmina Burana. I was playing one of the pianos, even the organ symphonies and songs when I was playing the top piano. There's actually forehand piano uh, part, which is challenging. It's like all
Yeah.
these scales and all stuff. But no, conducting was. I mean, it was. I had a lot of fun doing the kiddies concert. Actually, I enjoy those. But anyway, so I enjoy that, and there are a couple things that I did in the like regular season that were fun. I think I conducted a John Tower flute concerto
Mm.
once because Kipros couldn't do it or something like that. So I ended up doing that. So that was nice. So
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure, for sure. So we're so fortunate for our last digital concert, part of our front row digital concert series this year. In on May 1st, we're bringing back a lovely piano phenom, Maxime Landau, who's been with us now for this will be a third appearance. But we were trying to find some pieces of music that we thought would pair quite nicely, or give some juxtaposition. That's the word of the day, to that piece, the Chopin. And we were pleasantly reminded of your wonderful piece, Angelica. And can you maybe tell us a little bit about what inspired you to write that piece?
Well, it actually is a little bit of a sequel because at the time I had written a piece for flute and piano. It's called Malagigi, the Sorcerer, and
Hmm.
it's really the story of Charlemagne's sorcerer who was Malagigi, and this story goes on about uh, when Rinaldo, who's the nephew of Charlemagne, meets Angelica, who's actually is uh, doesn't comes with they say bad intentions, but she really wants to kind of start a revolt more or less because she belongs to the Moors and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But anyways, but she has this magic that every man that looks at her, they fall in love with her and all that stuff, and Rinaldo kind of falls in love with her, and this is the whole story about that love affair. But at the time, uh, I had written that piece, Malagigi, for Alberto Almarza, who is a flute teacher at Carnegie Mellon. And
Hmm.
at the time, he was married with Sarah Boyle, who was going to lead a concert in Swissville for the Bachfest that they were
Hmm.
doing there,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
she
Hmm.
wanted to. She kind of asked me, we'll get some money. Would you write a piece for us? It would be nice to actually do like an introduction, an opener kind of piece. So I said, well, yeah, I'll write one, and I'll continue this story. Yeah.
So it must, uh, maybe I'm going on a limb here, but it must sort of feel maybe a little odd, I guess, in your case, to just have such a complete circle changeover. I mean, to have been with an organization, to write this piece, while in your time here in Pittsburgh, and then, so many years later, someone come back and say, "Hey, we love this piece yet again," and let's play it again. How does that resonate with you?
I think actually it's actually a wonderful feeling because always we always have this thing about, well, you wrote this and this, you're done, and it was, again, I was with the organization for so many years. It's just it's a I'm actually just thankful,
Yeah,
that you guys will program it and do it, because we composers need performers. So no, that's just very thankful, really, that you guys
wonderful.
wanna do it, and and yeah, it's a homecoming for it, for the piece.
Yeah, yeah, really. Efrain, thank you so much for your time today. So great to catch up with you. Always nice to see a familiar face to the WSO, and we hope everything continues to go well and hope to talk to you soon.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.